Okay guys, welcome to your revision tutorial on the dreaming. Now the concept of the dreaming is incredibly complex and very hard for us Westerners to understand. The dreaming is a central concept that underpins all belief and practices in Aboriginal community. However, it's not just a story of creation and how things came to be, nor is it simply an explanation of the present way in which the world works. Nor does it just simply dictate future responsibility. But rather, the dreaming is all-encompassing. It's not limited by time and space. The dreaming is both past, present, and future. Okay, it tells you of a present reality and the ways in which the present link to the future and to the past. Okay, this kind of concept is known as metatemporal. Okay, metatemporal. Metatemporal means that it is non-linear. It's not limited by time and space, but rather the dreaming not only tells of explanations of the origins of the universe, the workings of nature, how humans interact with the world and the cycle of life and death, but it also shapes Aboriginal life by saying this is who you are, this is your kingship, this is your role and responsibility within your tribe. This is the correct relationship, that men and women should have. This is your obligation to your people and to your land and to your spirits. It's so much more than what people normally consider it to be, this kind of myth idea. It's all encompassing. It really does underpin all belief and practices and life in Aboriginal communities. The dreaming is inextricably connected to the land. So the concept of dreaming and land being two kind of disparate, unconnected realities is extremely wrong. The land is the physical medium through which the dreaming is expressed and lived and communicated. That is why land is so important to Aboriginal people. If they want to understand who they are, where they've come from, their identity, their ancestors, the way in which the world works, it's connected to the land. The land is the physical medium through which the dreaming is lived. And this connects them, obviously, like I have here, to their ancestors. Okay, their ancestors embody the land. Their dreaming stories of how they came to be and their responsibilities to each other are embodied in the land. Totems are physical objects or symbols that are present in the land, and Aboriginal people recognise that through them they are able to connect to their ancestors and connect to a sense of identity. This usually occurs within ritual. Now, how is the dreaming expressed? Well, the dreaming is expressed through their art and through story, through oral tradition, through passing down of story from elders. And it's also a lot of the dreaming conversation. I feel the need, sometimes the dreaming story tends to be a bit of a limiting word, because it's not the idea of just a myth, but rather an ongoing communication about reality. That's expressed through art, big tapestries, Aboriginal rock paintings, and then through their oral tradition that's been passed down. The dreaming is made present, and Aboriginals are able to engage in the dreaming through kingship ties, through their ties to their families. I didn't put it down, but there's also the dreaming is made present and an experience through rituals and ceremonies. These rituals and ceremonies are on the land. Okay, these rituals and ceremonies are performed on the land, and it's when they engage in these rituals and ceremonies that they engage in the dreaming. So it's pretty obvious that the dreaming is incredibly complex. The main understanding that you guys need to get is that it's a metatemporal concept. It's not limited by time and space, but rather it explains both past, present, and future. It's a central concept that underpins all practice, and it is communicated through art and story and ritual, and connected inextricably to the land, as the land is the physical medium through which it's communicated.